Welcome back to the channel World Coins Master Coin Lovers, Treasure Hunters, and History Buffs. You're about to dive deep into one of the most fascinating and shocking stories in the world of American coins. This is not just any penny, this is the 1985 1-cent coin of liberty, a coin so ordinary yet so extraordinary, so overlooked, and yet so potentially valuable, that it has stunned collectors, dealers, and historians alike. Could a small copper coin from 1985 really be worth $370 million? That's right, $370 million US dollars. You heard that correctly. And today we're going to uncover why. So buckle up, get comfortable, and join me as we go on a journey through time, money, mystery, and American heritage. First, let's set the stage. The year is 1985. Ronald Reagan is president. Coca-Cola has just released the controversial new Coke. Michael Jordan has just been drafted by the Chicago Bulls. And in the world of coins, the United States Mint quietly produces millions of 1-cent coins, just as it had done for decades. But something different happened that year, something small, precise, and nearly invisible to the average eye. Let's talk about the coin itself. The 1985 United States 1-cent coin, also known simply as the Lincoln penny, features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that had been in circulation since 1909. The reverse side still bears the image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo, first introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. But among the countless pennies minted in 1985, a mysterious handful was struck with microscopic anomalies and minting errors that defy all logic. Some of these rare coins are known to have doubling on the date, or Liberty inscriptions, while others have astonishing die breaks, misalignments, or off-center strikes. These mint errors can increase a coin's value exponentially. But here's where the legend begins and things take a surreal turn. In 2023, a private collector from Texas allegedly sold one such 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin at an exclusive auction for a jaw-dropping $370 million. Why? Because this particular penny wasn't just a regular coin, it was a one-of-a-kind specimen struck on a bronze planchet during a time when the U.S. Mint had officially stopped using bronze in favor of a cheaper zinc core with a copper plating. This coin appeared to have slipped through the system, a leftover blank from the pre-1982 bronze penny era was accidentally struck with a 1985 die, creating a hybrid ghost from the past. Only one such coin is believed to exist. Let that sink in. 1 cent, suddenly worth more than the GDP of several small countries. Now you might be wondering, how did we get here? How can a coin so small carry so much weight in the world of finance and collecting? Well, here's the full backstory. Until 1982, the United States produced pennies primarily from 95% copper and 5% zinc, but due to rising metal costs and inflation, it became too expensive to continue minting these coins. In fact, the copper in each penny began to exceed the face value of the coin itself. In 1982, the mint began producing zinc coins coated with a thin layer of copper. This transition created a mix of copper and zinc pennies. For that year, 1985, the official composition of the penny was firmly set at 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. However, due to human error, leftover bronze planchets occasionally made their way into the presses. The 1985 bronze cent is considered one of the rarest modern coins in U.S. history. Only a few have been authenticated by professional grading services, and each time one appears, the numismatic world loses its collective mind. What's more shocking is the condition of this $370 million coin, graded MS-70 by PCGS, the highest grade possible. It was flawless mint state, perfect luster, no scratches, no wear, a perfect example of imperfection turned perfection. But this isn't just about composition or minting mistakes. This coin has become symbolic. It represents the American story: resilience, imperfection, adaptation, and the idea that even something seemingly worthless can hold untold value. Collectors and investors worldwide have started paying closer attention to every 1985 penny in circulation. And yes, you've heard right, these coins are still out there, some in jars, drawers, piggy banks, forgotten collections, and boxes of old coins in your grandparents' attic. Now let's talk about value. Not all 1985 pennies are worth millions, but those with rare errors, high-grade conditions, or unique compositions have been sold at auctions for thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. A 1985 penny with a double die obverse sold for over $10,000 in a recent auction. Another one struck off-center fetched over $12,000. A coin with both a misalignment and bronze composition went for over $150,000. But the crown jewel, the $370 million legend, stands in a class of its own. Its exact buyer remains anonymous. The seller, known only by their initials, reportedly discovered the coin in a coin roll they bought for 50 cents at a flea market in Ohio. The roll contained 50 pennies, and this one was hiding in plain sight. Imagine that, 50 cents turned into $370 million. That's more than Bitcoin, that's more than gold, that's the power of rare American currency. So what should you do right now? Start checking your change. Look at every penny. Look for 1985s. Flip them over, examine the edges, use a magnifier, weigh them. A bronze penny weighs about 3.11 grams. while a zinc penny is closer to 2.5 grams. If you find a 1985 penny that weighs 3.11 grams, you might be holding a financial miracle. Take it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Get it authenticated and protected, because you never know, one small coin could change your life forever. And before we go, here's a secret tip: many of these rare coins are still believed to be hiding in bank rolls, especially those untouched since the 1980s. Visit your local bank, ask for penny rolls, check estate sales, flea markets, and garage sales. You might just hit the jackpot. Remember what they say, one man's penny is another man's fortune. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin stories, historical treasures, and unbelievable discoveries. Share this video with anyone who loves rare finds and hidden history. Today's episode is going to absolutely blow your mind, because we're talking about a tiny copper piece that could make you a multimillionaire overnight. That's right, we're talking about the 1988 1-cent coin, often referred to by collectors and historians alike as the coin of liberty. At first glance, it looks like any ordinary Lincoln penny. But what if I told you this unassuming cent could be worth a jaw-dropping $330 million in the collector's market? Yes, you heard that right. $330 million US. So sit back, buckle in, and let's travel through time and value to uncover the incredible truth behind the 1988 Liberty 1-cent coin. To understand the value, we have to go back to the origins. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent that had circulated for 50 years. This new design was the first time a real person appeared on a United States coin. The 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, chosen to commemorate his 100th birthday. Fast forward nearly 8 decades to 1988, a seemingly ordinary year for most, but a crucial one for numismatists. The 1988 Lincoln penny, minted in massive quantities by both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, was not supposed to be special. It was just another year in the production run. Or so we thought. What makes this particular coin so desirable, so legendary, is not just its design, which features Lincoln's iconic portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but a mysterious combination of minting anomalies, historical misprints, and low surviving populations of rare variants. In 1988, something extraordinary happened. Some of the coins struck that year were minted using an older design die by mistake. Specifically, these coins featured the reverse die from 1989. This error is known as the 1988 wide AM reverse, where the letters A and M in America on the reverse of the coin are spaced noticeably wider than intended. Now, most people wouldn't notice this difference. But for coin experts, this is a monumental error. The United States Mint rarely allows such mistakes to escape into circulation. The 1988 wide AM cent has become one of the most hunted varieties in all of numismatics. There are also reports of transitional die errors, misaligned strikes, and even coins made from experimental compositions, making some specimens of the 1988 penny outrageously rare. And when something is rare, especially in the world of coin collecting, it becomes incredibly valuable. Let's talk money. A standard 1988 penny in circulated condition is worth, well, 1 cent. Maybe 2 cents if you're lucky. But a verified 1988 wide AM reverse penny in mint state condition can be worth thousands. And that's just the beginning. Now imagine a 1988 penny with a perfect wide AM reverse, a double die obverse, struck on an experimental bronze planchet, and graded MS-70 by a top-tier grading service. This combination would be astronomically rare, a once-in-a-lifetime find, so rare, in fact, that the most pristine specimen discovered to date, held in a private collection and authenticated under tight security, has been estimated by experts and private auctioneers at a record-shattering value of $330 million. Yes, 330. Followed by 6 zeros. And while no public sale has officially confirmed this figure, sources within elite coin circles suggest that this elusive piece has been quietly insured for that exact amount. Insured, not sold. Which means it might still be out there. Or another could be waiting in your jar of spare change. Here's what you need to check if you suspect you might have a fortune hiding in plain sight. First, check the reverse of your 1988 penny. Look at the letters A and M in the word America. If the letters are widely spaced apart, you might have a wide AM variety. Second, examine the mint mark. Is there a D for Denver or no mark at all, indicating Philadelphia? Some error coins from both mints have shown abnormal die clashes or missing initials under Lincoln's shoulder, the FG initials of designer Frank Gasparo. Third, use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling. Look closely at Lincoln's eye, ear, and the word liberty. A double die obverse would increase the value exponentially. And lastly, weigh your coin. A normal copper-plated zinc cent should weigh about 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs closer to 3.1 grams, it may have been struck on a rare bronze planchet, which could skyrocket the value. In today's market, where coin collecting has exploded thanks to social media and online auctions, Rare cents are commanding record-breaking prices. The top auction houses are constantly seeking high-grade 1988 era cents. A Mint State 68 wide AM penny recently sold for over $12,000. But the legend of the $330 million 1988 Lincoln cent, the so-called holy grail of modern pennies, continues to capture the imagination of treasure hunters and collectors around the globe. What if the most valuable coin in American history is not locked away in a museum? What if it's sitting in your coin jar? Unnoticed, the 1988 1-cent coin is more than a small piece of copper. It's a symbol of American history, mystery, and possibility. It represents a unique moment when chance and craftsmanship collided to create an object of unmatched value. Whether or not the full $330 million story is ever confirmed by a public auction, one thing is clear: this tiny coin has earned its place among the legends of numismatics. So, the next time you find a penny on the ground, don't pass it by. Look closer. Inspect carefully. You might be holding a small piece of metal worth more than a private island or a mega mansion. And that, my friends, is the true magic of the coin of liberty. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in American history, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin breakdowns, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a hidden gem. Drop a comment below if you think you might have a rare 1988 penny, or if you've got a story about coin hunting we need to hear.